Wow, a lot of work got turned in yesterday. That's amazing. I've always said that if a large number of students do poorly in a class, the teacher bears some responsibility. I kept giving you second chances. Maybe I'm a fool to have believed in you and trusted you, and maybe I should have said, they're kids, they're not ready for this responsibility. Maybe you should just drop some C's, D's, and yes, even F's on kids who aren't working. But I'm a sucker and a softy, and I believe in you guys. But I still was honest with my assessment, except for where I lied and gave you a D when you really should have had an F. So from this point forward, I will change your grades on a regular basis, not day to day. Don't be bugging me until, if you think your grade should move on a Friday, well, contact me after you've done stuff. Don't tell me you're going to do things. Do things and then tell me. Hey, Scotchko, I got a D on the progress report, but this week I really put in a lot of effort, and I can sort by time, so I can see what you've done on specific, I can search for Monday through Friday and see what you've done and say, yeah, that really is good. I'll bump you up a letter grade, and I'll do that every week. Continue to work. Okay? So we've got, 4 weeks left. A D is the lowest grade I gave. You can bump your grade up a letter every week, not by doing the minimum, not by just squeaking by, but by working, by showing me that you understand that you wasted the first 5 weeks, or a large portion of that first 5 weeks. Okay, I cut out a bunch of rambling. Let's just get to the point. Stop giving me little tiny images. If you're working in Gravit Designer, if you're working in Spark, if you're working in any of these online tools, you can specify the size of your image from the start. I'm not interested in 400 by 600, 200 by 200. You guys, in Gravit Designer, I told you to make a 1920 by 1080, HD size. The aspect ratio of a YouTube video. If you want to make a square composition, good. Make it 1500 pixels on a side. Make it large. I am going to ask you to redo things that were done the size of a pinhead. I'm on a 5K monitor. In the Mac Lab, we have 4K monitors. Yeah, you're on a Chromebook. If you're taking screenshots on your Chromebook, learn how to use it as a tool and quit doing that. And if you don't understand how, search. I show you how to use Gravit and create a large document. In Spark, you can set the size of your document. You can do a custom size. I have worked on Spark very large. I want you guys to understand that presentation matters. Your composition matters. Your balance matters. Just because you're showing me examples of emphasis or form, it doesn't mean that balance doesn't matter. So please, when you have huge areas of nothing, and then your image off to one side, or up high and nothing down low, think about the composition. And if you have to, crop it in Photoshop Express if you've already exported it. And then if it's really tiny, do it again. I want you to take some ownership of your work. And I'm not asking you to redo everything right now. But from this point forward, and I mean this point forward, on this day, on Tuesday, I am not going to accept anything small. Scotch go, well, what's small? I just told you. 1920 by 1080 for a horizontal one, that's a good size. 1500 pixels square for a square. There's not one particular size, but if you're giving me something 400 by 600, no, that's too tiny. Okay? So we'll work together. We'll figure this out. And I'm really excited. If yesterday is any indication of how hard you're going to work, then I'm excited about the future. Keep writing complete sentences. Don't use other people's work unless it's public domain, and then you give attribution. You say where you got the image from, okay? You got it? Okay, a lot more will follow. If you're not going to the Zoom meetings, why are you not going to the Zoom meetings? And don't tell me another teacher scheduled something for the exact same time. That's not happening. And if it is, tell me who that guy is, and I will take care of that. Okay? Got it? Okay. This is going to be a fun last 4 weeks. Exciting, huh?